Good morning everybody, welcome to Immortal Gaming. This is me again, Marvin, and we're now here for another video for Ragnarok Origin. And this hour we're going to be looking at the Shura's skills, the Nexus talents, and the Nebula Astral sign. So before we start, I would like to thank Acreon again for uploading this video that we're going to be looking at. And for those of you who haven't subscribed to Acreon, please do subscribe. He is close to 1,000 subscribers, and I do believe that he really deserves getting all of those subscribers because he has been giving us valuable information from the test server. Not many of us can get access to the test server, so I do appreciate all of these things. Okay, second, I have a clogged nose right now. I have been having a runny nose since yesterday, so I do apologize for the clogged nose wordings. But let's start. It's this one. Okay, so the Shura has two builds, of course, the Swift Strike build and the Broken Phoenix build. So the Swift Strike build concerns with the combos, the single target attacks, and the Phoenix is going to be concerning the Hellgate, the much awaited Hellgate combo attacks, and a lot of AoE attacks. As surprising as it is, I'm so excited with it. Okay, so let's talk about first the Swift Strike build. Okay, we have here the elemental form. Okay, whenever Shura causes skill damage, he gains true power, 2 points of true power, and this gauge goes up to 40. Okay, whenever you get true power, you get 1% physical attack. Okay, so the lower true power that you have, the faster you generate, because you gain 1 true power if your true power is less than 20. Okay, so next would be the Fury Assault. Okay, this is the Fury Assault. It is a kick damage, knockback. It stuns the enemy if you knock it back on a wall. Okay, so it gives Dragon Fang stack. Okay, what will you do with Dragon Fang? Each of the Dragon Fang will be increasing the damage of the Fury Assault and Dragon Combo by 20%. So what is the Dragon Combo? The Dragon Combo is the higher level or the combo skill after the Fury Assault. Okay, it has stun. Okay, it will stun the enemy if you have Tiger stack on you. So you gain Tiger attack from the other combo set, which we'll be talking about later. But if you use Dragon Combo after Fury Assault, you get additional Dragon Fang stack. Okay, so let's go to the other combo, which is the Crushing Fist and the Tiger Cannon. So this time, the Crushing Fist, it gives you Tiger attack stack. So the same as the Fury Assault and Dragon Combo, the Tiger attack increases the damage of, this time, Crushing Fist and Tiger Cannon by 20% for each stack. So in conclusion, when you use Fury Assault and Dragon Combo, you gain Dragon Fang. When you use Crushing Fist and Tiger Cannon, you gain Tiger attack stacks. Okay, so each of these stacks, you get additional damage with your combo skills. So what is the Tiger Cannon? So this one is a higher damaging skill, which gives you additional damage if you use it with Tiger attack stack. So you get additional 2,200 damage if you use it with that stack, and you gain additional Dragon Fang. So next is the burst of the Swift Strike build, which is called the True Self Dragon Stride, because there are two types of True Self awakening or burst from the Shura. It's the Dragon Stride, and the other one is from the Phoenix. Okay, so what is this? It's a lot. Okay, it's a lot to take in, and it's kind of hard for us to understand it since it is a direct translation from the Korea server. So it's kind of, the English is kind of jumbled, but this is what I have put together so far. So it's a burst single target skill. You need 40 true power to use it, so maximum true power gauge, It also refreshes combos, and all of the Swift Strike build skills, the Tiger Cannon, Crushing Fist, Dragon Combo, Fury Assault, those 4 will now deal AoE damage to the targets behind the target, okay? So up to 5 enemies. And the combo skills cooldown now becomes 1 second. So that is, you know, kind of great. The confusing part is this one. It says that if the character dies, or if your Shura dies, enemies that got hit will get hit again. So I'm not sure if that's the direct translation or it's the right translation, but we can have a different translation after that. I think if you kill an enemy, you will use the skills again after 1.5 seconds on an AoE scale. I think that is a much more, you know, applicable translation, but we'll see in the proper translation when it gets to global server. So after that, there are 3 gentle touch skills. So these skills are the assist skills. The first one is the energy gain. Okay, this one you gain air bomb. Okay, every 0.5 seconds, so you don't have to activate it. It's a passive. Whenever you do anything, whatever you do, you gain air bomb. So it's energy sphere when you were like, you know, a champion, right? But now it becomes air bomb, and it automatically generates, okay, every 0.5 seconds. So that's good. You don't have to use any skill. It just generates every now and then. Next is the silence gentle touch. It simply silences the enemy for 2 seconds. The third one is cure. Okay, so it heals you, cleanses you, and you can even use this even if you are stunned or asleep or, you know, petrified. Just like the rune of the Rune Knight, you can use it whenever you have different types of immobile statuses. Okay, so in my opinion, this type of, you know, this type of build is kind of good for MVPs, but we have to test it still, since the Broken Phoenix build is I think producing more damage or more DPS even if it will be used on the MVPs or PvE. So I'm not sure about this. So let's now go to the Broken Phoenix build. The first one is the True Chi infusion. So whenever you activate this, it will consume 18% SP per second. So whenever you are under True Chi infusion, you gain 20% physical damage reduction and 10% magic damage reduction, and you gain 60% damage on Earthquake, additional damage on Earthquake and Hellgate. So this stacks up because the True Chi infusion is a channeling skill, but it cannot be stopped. It will only be stopped if you get, immobilized, or if you run out of SP. Okay, so this can go up to 5 seconds. So with each second draining 18% of SP, so that means you'll be left with 10% SP after you use it before maximum SP. But it will stack to up to 5 stacks. Okay, so with 3-second stack, your Earthquake will now stun. Okay, with 5-second stack, your Hellgate will get additional 400% Hellgate damage, and after that, you will be summoning an additional Phoenix that deals 4,000 physical damage to the enemy, and it will sprung from the behind of the enemy target. Alright, the next would be the Spirit Bomb Blast. So this is I think the normal spammable skill of the Shura, and look at this, it's AoE. Alright, I like this. So no problem with grinding because this is AoE with 1 second cooldown. So I think this is going to be the staple skill for grinding. Okay, you can hit up to 4 enemies. Next would be the Earthquake Wave. So it is again AoE, and it slows the enemy by 20%. And if a hidden enemy gets hit, it will deal 3 times the damage to that enemy. So it's really good on PvP when detecting a hidden guillotine cross out there, or a priest that is trying to get away. Alright, and it will automatically reveal those enemies. Okay, next would be the Hell Gate. Alright, so the Hell Gate, you need 5 Spirit Sphere here. Okay, as you can see right there. Alright, so I'm not sure though if the Spirit Sphere is the same as the Air Bomb. I do believe that it needs to be the same with the Air Bomb, because you cannot have 10 spheres circling around your character. I only saw 5 spheres, so I think the Air Bomb and the Spirit Sphere are the same. This skill increases damage the more you lose your HP. So for every 10% HP lost, you increase the damage of the Hell Gate by 20%. Not to mention that you also increase the damage of the Hell Gate with your True Chi Infusion, right? So additional 400% multiplier damage to your Hell Gate. And after that, whenever you use the True Chi Infusion, you immediately sacrifice 30% of your HP and your Hell Gate cast time will be removed. That means that you automatically gain 60% additional damage on your Hell Gate, and when you charge your True Chi Infusion for 5 seconds and you start it with full SP, maximum SP, you gain 400% additional damage from your Hell Gate, and you get a Phoenix to attack your enemies from behind by 4,000 physical damage. Alright, so next with this is the True Self, the additional True Self form, which is the Bloodfire Might. Remember, the other True Self would be the Dragon Strike. That is for the single target skill build, which is the Swift Strike. This time, the True Self Bloodfire Might. Okay, so this one, of course, again, it requires 40 true power to use, and it's a burst AoE. It's a channeling burst AoE for 3 seconds. Alright, so when you use it, this time you sacrifice 50% of your HP, and you cannot be healed beyond 50%. So you can only get up to 50% of your HP. But there's a good side with this. You have all of the damages. That's right. All of the damage taken will be reduced by 50%. So that means when you use the True Self Bloodfire Might, after you use the True Chi Infusion, you sacrifice 50% of your HP here, you sacrifice 30% furthermore of your HP with your True Chi Infusion, and when you use the Hell Gate, you gain 160% additional damage on your Hell Gate after you get, and aside from that, you also gain 400% damage on your Hell Gate and 4,000 physical damage from the Phoenix Burst. So that's a lot. That's a lot, right? But you can only use this after you get 40 true power gauge points. Okay, so what does this do? Aside from the Hell Gate buff that it gives you because you reduce your HP to 50% and the 50% damage taken reduction, okay? After that, this Bloodfire Might is actually a damaging skill for 3 seconds. So this releases an AoE version of Hell Gate for 3 seconds. That will deal 2,500 physical damage, and it gets increased. That damage gets increased by additional 50% damage for every 10% HP loss. So that's automatically 250% additional damage. So, and it will continually hit the enemy 3 times every second for the next 3 seconds. And you can actually move while doing this. That's so amazing on a stack of enemy on a clash. So that means you're no longer, you know, a single target killer on PvP. You could deal a lot of damage on a huge stack, and you take less damage because it's 50% damage reduction. Imagine this together with a Royal Guard that reduces further the damage taken by 30%. Wow. You'll be unkillable, and you'll be very hard to kill, and at the same time you're gonna kill a lot of stack of players on a PvP scale. Okay, so this is really awesome. This is so awesome. And we can see the skills here, okay? The True Chi Infusion, as you can see, it reduces the SP to 10%. And now, he gains a lot of damage. Look at that, 373 million on the Hellgate. And you can actually use the Hellgate from time to time. You don't need anything else because your air bomb would be, you know, regenerating every 0.5 seconds. So that's so good. That's so awesome. And aside from that, this is the Earthquake Wave, the Spirit Bomb Blast. This is AoE, by the way, and it's gonna be your grinding skill. And the Hellgate, that's the Hellgate after the True Chi Infusion. I think he's gonna test the Blood Fire. Okay, this is the Blood Fire. Come on. There you go. That's a damage for 3 seconds. Continuous damage for 3 seconds. And that is not yet stacked. With the Hellgate and with the True Chi Infusion, it's gonna be a bigger damage. I think this has a lot of potential, particularly in the hands of the Kraken and the whales. Right? So let's look at the Nexus talents. The first one is the True Self Breakout. Okay. What is this? When true power reaches 40, Shura gains additional 20% physical attack. Wow, okay, that's nice. I think this is gonna be a good addition to the stacks. Next, advance against the current. Okay, for every 10% health lost, single target skill damage increases by 2.5% and physical magic damage reduction increases by 2.5%. There's no cap mentioned here. You can get up to 80% health lost, and that would mean additional I think 20% skill damage increase and additional 20% damage reduction. Oh my goodness, that is so good. Next is the Swift Continuous Attack. I do believe that this is concerning the Swift Strike build. Okay, there you go. Each layer of Tiger Attack and Dragon Fang will cause Crushing Fist and Fury Assault to add an additional 500% physical damage. Alright, so not only additional 20% damage on those skills, but additional separate damage of 500% physical attack damage. Okay, so next would be Spot Weakness. Crushing Fist or Fury Assault will mark the target for 3 seconds. Tiger Cannon and Dragon Combo increase the damage of the marked target by 40%. So additional damage on the marked target. Next is for the Earthquake Wave. It will also reduce the enemy's attack speed and increase fixed cast time. Oh, increase fixed cast time by 20% for 3 seconds. Alright. So the last one would be the Serious Punch. What is it? It concerns the Hellgate. So if the Hellgate has been charged for 5 seconds, the damage is increased by 200% and the additional range damage to the area behind the target will not be increased. Only the damage on the initial target. Alright, so next would be the Astral Signs. So this one is the Swift Strike build. The level 20 is Crushing Fist and Fury Assault will gain additional 4 points of true power when hitting a target. So you gain additional points, additional gauge. So that means you gain 40 true power gauge points faster. That's nice. Okay. So the level 40 is this one. Each point of true power increases physical attack by 0.5%. So that's a total of 20% physical attack. That's good. for level 40. Okay, that's okay. Next. Level 60. Okay. So, during the state of Dragon Walk. I think this is Dragon Fang and Tiger Attack. When you have those stacks, you get additional 100 crit, 20% crit damage, and the additional damage can now crit. Okay, so this is what makes the combo skills crit because of the level 60 Astral Sign. Alright. So on level 80, when releasing Tiger Cannon and Dragon Combo, you gain 15% additional movement speed for 5 seconds. And on level 100, the Tiger Cannon and Dragon Combo will have a plus 3 meter range. Okay, it will now have a higher range. Okay, let's now go to the Broken Phoenix. Alright, so this is the level 20. Through Chi Infusion, you gain 1 true power every second. Okay. Next would be level 40. Each point of true power increases physical and magic damage reduction by 0.5%. Okay. So that's 20% damage reduction. And during the release of the Bloodfire Might, physical damage reduction and magic damage reduction gains you gain additional 10% physical and magic damage reduction, and you gain 100 ignore physical defense and physical damage plus 40%. That's nice. But this, you can only get this whenever you use Bloodfire Might. Okay. So additional damage reduction, you'll be close to unkillable too with a Royal Guard here. That's nice. On level 80, after releasing Hellgate, you will gain additional shield, which is equivalent to 300% of your physical attack power plus 6% of your max HP for 5 seconds. That's nice. And for level 100, True Chi Infusion increases your movement speed by 15%. And you gain a super body. Is that a steel body? I think so. But, yep. That's all. Oh my goodness. This is gonna be scary on the, large-scale PvPs. And even on Dimension Drill. You have to watch out for the Shuras in the Dimension Drill. It's gonna target the backline, the priest, and the warlocks, since those are the key players mostly in most of the Dimension Drill teams. So we're so excited about this. How many of you are gonna be a Shura, and how many of you are until now champs or champions and just waiting for the Shura to get released? This is nearing, and it's gonna be here soon, very soon on the global server. So watch out for it. I'm so excited with the tides turned by this types of skills and the effect on it on the meta. And that's it. Thank you everybody for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. If you happen to like this video, please do leave a like, share this to your friends, and click that bell notification button so you get notified every time I upload a new video, start a new stream, or a new content. That's it. See you again on the next video. Bye-bye. Now I found you.